we go. Okay. So, hey everyone, welcome. We have a special guest tonight. This is Amber Ike. She is one of my great friends. We met through Plexus, and it's such an honor to know her because she is so genuine, and her strength is definitely relationship building. I know that for sure. And we've really connected I don't know if any of you, Jeannie, you may have done our Hawaii Hustlers group. I don't know did you do that? So Amber was one of the leaders in that call. So we all kind of just formed this little group chat when we started that. And we have become such great friends, just cheering each other on. And so anyway, I've asked Amber just to hop on here and maybe share a little bit of her story and some of her tips for us. So thank you, Amber, for getting on. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm excited to be on this tonight, you guys. Thanks for having me. So like Amy said, I'm Amber Ike, and I'll just give you like the very quick version, Cliff Notes version of my journey if I can. I'm going to challenge myself and see if I can be quick with it. But most people, join for that awesome wholesale discount and then start loving the products, start having great results. Friends start asking them what's going on. And then all of a sudden they have a business on their hands. Well, my journey is the opposite. I actually joined for the business. I had never tried any of our products, but one of my friends, her name is Nikki Hinkle. She's a diamond in our company now. She posted one day on Facebook about how she was making more with Plexus than her husband was with his job as a pilot. And we knew them from church. I knew her character. I knew she wasn't just throwing random fluff on Facebook. And I had always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. Even before we had kids, I just knew I wanted to be home with our kiddos, but still be able to provide financially somehow. And so once we had our son, I was fortunate enough to take him with me to nanny. So I actually watched other people's children, and it was a great fit for a while. But as Eli got older, with nap schedules and getting him up at 6 a.m. to go to somebody else's house, I was ready to be home. But financially, it wasn't an option because even though I wasn't making a ton of income as a nanny, it was still budgeted income. We were still paying bills with it. So I just couldn't quit. So like I said, I was looking high and low for an opportunity, and nothing was going to work. Like nothing just fit for our family. And, so I saw Nikki posting on Facebook about the opportunity, and something in my gut, like that's just how I explain it. It was something in my gut that I just knew I had to look into it. Like the minute I saw her post about it, I feel like hope came alive in me. I was excited because I was like, this might be exactly what I've been praying for in order for me to stay home with Eli. And so I actually reached out to my older sister. I like to say this part because she's tried network marketing with several other companies. And I reached out to my sister and I was like, okay, Nikki says she's making more than Zach. He's a pilot in Houston. That's good income. What do you think? And my older sister was like, there's no way. It's not possible. No way. But like I said, in my gut, I just knew that this is what I'd been praying for. So I reached out to my friend Nikki, and she basically showed me her paychecks, you guys. Like, she's a numbers person, and my husband's an accountant, so she knew Obi was a numbers person. So she showed me her paychecks, and this was a month before she went Emerald. So obviously that was great income at that point. And I just remember thinking and talking to my husband, and I was like, if we can make just a smidge of what she's making, I can stay home with our son. And it was even to the point, you guys, where we wanted to grow our family, but financially we didn't see a way to do that because, like I said, I was nannying. I can't bring multiple children of my own to somebody else's home to watch their kids. That's pretty much frowned upon. So it was at the point where we didn't know how to grow our own family unless something drastic changed financially for us. So it was right after Christmas of 2013. We had just spent all this money on Eli's Christmas that we didn't have. And we were strictly budgeted, you guys. Like, everything was budgeted. So, but on a hope and a prayer and a credit card, we charged a welcome pack. And I just remember feeling like this has got to work. Like, this has just got to work. So it's kind of funny because I thought I was healthy because I was at my pre-baby weight. That was my definition of health. Even though I was exhausted, I needed daily naps. Eli was 2 at this point, and I slept when he slept. Like, when baby sleeps, I sleep. And I was just going to do that until he turned 18 and got out of the house. Like, I was going to own that, slogan that they say, sleep when baby sleeps. addicted to Diet Coke and coffee because I was exhausted. And so anyway, my husband was my guinea pig on the products. I was like, I'm healthy. I'm just going to do the business. So I start telling my friends about the products, and they're loving them. And then my husband's coming home from a long day of work after about a week on the pink drink alone and raving about his energy and his focus. And he wanted to go work out instead of sit on the couch. And I was like, there is something to this. And maybe I need that. I need energy and focus chasing around our son and everyone else's kids all day. So I started on the products. Within 3 days, my Diet Coke addiction was gone. Have not had a Diet Coke in over 2 years. Not a diet soda at all. My desire just changed. My blood sugar was obviously crazy to the point where 3 days in on a pink drink and I didn't even crave it. So my health has completely changed. We have 3 children now under the age of 4, and I have enough energy, you guys. I don't need naps. That in and of itself is, in my opinion, a miracle for mommies, because I needed a daily nap with just 1 kid, and now with 3 kids, I'm good to go. So it was neat because my first month in, I just went crazy on Facebook, basically. My sponsor said, post on Facebook and just post 3 times a day about it. And I was nervous and scared, but at the same time, I was excited. And so I posted on Facebook, and my first month, you guys, I actually reached my goal that I had set for myself. But my husband is a financial person, and he was like, that's awesome. We're loving the products, but I don't think this business is going to go anywhere. Like, I don't think you did great, but I don't think it's going to be sustainable. And so he challenged me. He said, if you can double this goal and sustain it, then we can talk about you not having the nanny. And so I knew what my sponsor was making, as she had turned emerald that month, January of 2014, she turned emerald, and she got her car. That like built my belief like crazy. And so I was like, let's do it. Like, I am ready to stay home. And so 3 months in, I doubled that goal, and we realized that this was only getting better, and I needed to be home with our son and then also just work from home in the nooks and crannies of being home. So I was able to quit nannying, which I thought I was going to have to transition to like having an in-home daycare if we had more kids, So it was really exciting to know that I could be home and still make an income without having to watch people's children. So that was really fun. And then at that point, once I reached that goal, I realized this is so much bigger. I reached that goal, and then I looked around to the people that were on my team, and we didn't have a huge team at that point, but I looked around and I realized if I can reach that goal, I can help this person reach their goal. I can help this person get their husband out of a job that he can't stand. I can help this mom be a stay-at-home mom, and she didn't think that there was a way. So it got to be even more fun at that point, because it wasn't just about me and my goal. It was about what can we do now? Like the sky is the limit. So that's my journey in a nutshell. That was like a long nutshell. But Amy said she would love for me to share a couple of tips with you guys. And I know some of you are probably brand new, signed up, maybe during the 4th of July special. And so I just want to share some tips that I think helped me when I started, but also things that I would have done a little bit differently had I known. And so I just have 3 quick tips. And the first one is just make a decision to go all in. Whether you're doing this for the products or for the business, or probably all of you on here are doing it for a combination of, for both of them. Make a decision to go all in and just show up every single day. You don't have to put hours upon hours into this to be successful, but you do have to be consistent. That's what the products, I know a lot of us, it can be easy just to be like, oh, okay, I'll skip today, or blah, 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 or, oh, I forgot to place my order. Just be consistent with the products. Make sure you're giving your body that time to get the results that you're looking for. And then with the business, just show up. Honestly, those who show up go up. And it sounds so simple, but there are times in your life where you're not going to want to show up. There's going to be other things that are pulling at you. And I think that's one thing that really helped me, is even when I didn't want to show up, I showed up because I saw the long-term vision of what this could do for our family. So just go all in, but have fun while you're doing it. You know, this is a fun business. And, you know, Amy and I met through Plexus, and some of my greatest friends today are people I met through Plexus and would never have known had it not been for Plexus. And the people in Plexus are quality people. And I'm not saying other people aren't, but it's just amazing the people you meet on this journey in Plexus. And so have fun, invest your time here, invest in the relationships that you're going to encounter, because it's truly life-changing. Okay, my next tip is to focus on your strengths. And Amy knows this is one of my passions. But focus on your strengths, you guys. I remember early in my journey, I would look around at people like flying through the ranks, you know, and I'm like, oh, she's doing that because she's good at this, but I'm not good at that. Or she's doing this and I can't do that. Or she has all the time in the world and I have this little son, you know, that I have to tend to all day. Focus on what you're good at. They say that comparison is the thief of joy. And if you don't have joy when you're showing up to work, then you're not going to enjoy it. You're going to stop showing up ultimately because you're not enjoying it. And it's going to affect your performance. It's going to affect the way you're talking with people because they're going to sense, okay, she doesn't want to be here either, you know? So just focus on your strengths, whatever that is. Every one of you has your own strengths. And I don't have my book with me, but if you don't know what your strengths are, a book I really recommend, it's by Tom Rath, R-A-T-H, and it's called Strengths-Based Leadership. And it's actually a really quick read. And then at the back of it, there's an online assessment. And you take the online assessment and it gives you your 5 top strengths. So if you're not sure what your strengths are, ask your friends, ask your upline, ask your spouse, you know, and then get that book. And that's helped me to realize, okay, I'm not great at all these other things. So I'm going to focus on what I'm good at, and I enjoy those things. And the things I'm not good at, I'm going to find people and surround myself with those people. They might already be on your team, or they might be sidelines. You know, Amy and I are sideline sisters, but we can go to each other for help with things that one of us isn't great at. So surround yourselves with people who can complement you and, you know, what you might not be great at. And then my last tip is start personal growth now. That is one thing I didn't do that I wish I would have done, you guys. I was so excited about the journey and the momentum kicking in and everything, which is great, but I didn't invest in myself personally, and that is huge. They say that network marketing is just basically personal growth with a compensation plan attached to it, and it's so true. The more you invest in yourself, honestly, that is going to directly affect your paycheck at some point. And this, you guys, I've been doing this for 2.5 years now, and I am still learning. I literally have not mastered Plexus yet. I have not mastered network marketing. I have not mastered relationships. This is a learning journey. And so start now. You know, there's all kinds of topics under the sun. Like leadership is a great one. A lot of us don't really focus on leadership until we realize we have this team full of people underneath us, and we're like, oh, great, I have no idea what to do. So focus on leadership if that's something, you know, that you feel you need to focus on right now. Or relationships. A great book that I'm reading with some of my leaders right now is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. You guys, this book was written in 1936, and it's still like perfect for today's society, which is crazy with social media. Yay, Amy has it. Seriously, you guys, I started implementing this into my business just the past couple months. And it's changed my own personal business. Like I have such a different outlook on my own business now. And when I'm talking with people, it's already helped me so much. What else? Network marketing books. Most of us jump into this and we have no idea what network marketing is. And once you realize the power of network marketing and residual income, I don't know how you could know what it's about and walk away from it, right? Like the thought of a 9-to-5 job now grosses me out. Like, you know, I'm just like, I can't even think that way. Like that's disgusting to me. So, you know, read network marketing books if this is new to you. Or even books on finances. You guys, the sky is the limit with our compensation plan. And I am a firm believer, and I think it's because my husband's an accountant, but the bigger your paycheck, it doesn't mean anything unless you're using your money wisely, you know? So you could be making $20,000 a month, but if your expenses are $21,000 a month, you're not going to be wealthy. So there's a really good book, The Millionaire Next Door. And that's a really good book. If finances are something that you've never really focused on, that's just a good book about showing it's basically about spending less than you make. And that's how you become wealthy. So, but focus on personal growth, you guys, even if it's just 10 minutes in the morning or 10 minutes before bed. I actually challenge myself every morning. I read 10 pages of my morning book. And then at night, I read 10 pages of the book I'm reading at night because I like to read 2 different topics usually. And that's my own challenge to myself because I want to hold myself accountable to growing on this journey. Because as your teams grow, you guys, you want to grow as your team grows in size, because then the higher you go in leadership, the more you have to offer your team. So that's my tip.
Wow, Amber, thank you so much. Man, I think I've learned so much. You feel like you've been doing this for like can't learn anything new. Not really. I'm just kidding. I'm always continuing to learn. But I didn't, man, she is so right about learning about finances because, yeah, that was my problem. We had money for my first year in Plexus every month. My money was gone. And my husband would be like, what? Finally, he took charge and we're good now. Anyway, Amber, I know you got to get on another call, so I just wanted to thank you so much. That was really, really good. I appreciate you jumping on here.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
All right, thank you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop recording.